Do you also look at those sewing hack videos and go, there's no way that could work? Well, so do I, but I have a broken wrist and would like to find a way to sew that doesn't hurt. So we're gonna try some of them today. That's right, folks, we are going to dive deep into the TikTok realms of sewing hack viral videos and give it a shot, because I am going stir crazy because it has been since April 1st since I've been allowed to sew anything. I would just like to be able to get back behind my sewing machine and finish the multiple unfinished projects that I have and, you know, start some new ones, because why not? But to do that, I must find a way to sew without lifting more than 5 pounds, which I guess technically is going to be kind of easy, unless you're talking like an entire dress that involves this action right here, which I can't do terribly well. But we're gonna go ahead and look at some and see which ones we want to try out today. I don't normally watch the sewing video hacks, so we're gonna have to dive into the search function to find them. Sewing hacks, yeah baby. Oh, just the idea of this, just...
No! God, please, no! No!
Okay, we got a good one from Sincerely Sews. Helps if I have the audio up. Oh, never mind. That audio is a copyright claim waiting to happen, so I guess we're gonna put some good BGM behind this. Okay, so it says rolled hem sewing hack. We've got a note card, some scissors, we cut it in half, which I can't do terribly well, and we're taking said note card and folding it into a little tent situation, putting some tape on the machine, and also on the machine, nice nails though, and using that to do a rolled hem. Now I'm gonna start with this, because this is a close enough to note card weight, and well, I've already gotten my miraculous passport with this amazing photo, so I don't need that anymore. But first we must cut it in half with not this hand. I have to think very carefully about this, which means I shouldn't be talking. Now we have 1/2. And I'm not gonna, oh, they did want you to cut it in half again. Dang it! This is so not going to be straight. Now we have this, our 1/2 note card weight. Then I'm supposed to fold it, which takes 2 hands. Hang on a second, let me find something. Ah, yeah, great. I'll use this thing. Bam.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
So this is our lovely friend the goat, who will be appearing throughout this video. Said goat is here too. When I can't. This little dude will be hanging out with us right here. Boop, boop, boop. Good goat. Also, said goat needs a name, so let me know down in the comments what name we should name the goat from here on out, because I have a feeling this will not be the last time that we see him.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
So we've got our quick line ruler right here. I've got my piece of paper. I'm supposed to be able to fold this twice to do this, okay? So I'm trying to gently do this with a rubber mat underneath, which is not ideal. Okay, I got that once. We're doing a tight rolled hem here. And then, gotta do it again. Oh, you can see how not straight I cut that. I should probably fix that. Oh my God! Okay, this part alone is already proving challenging with one singular hand. Hang on, I have to trim off this little bit here that isn't quite right.
A few moments later.
Well, still not straight, but better than it was. We take this, and then we get another fold on it. I don't care if you're not, yep, fine, not in the holes, fine. Okay, great. And then with that, we have our little guide now. Now, here's my current issue. I have the Bernina Artista 730, which means that there is a plate for this somewhere. Do I know where that is? Oh, no, I do not. So that is the space we'll be occupying. So we're gonna take this, take our tape and our thing, we're gonna tape along the top edge here, which is how they did it in the video. And then I'm supposed to line it up so that the rolled edge hits there, about midway through, but not so that it goes under my thing. And I use too much tape. Look, we're just gonna make our own base plate out of a piece of Walgreens passport holder. This tracks for this channel. So first tack, here we go. We got our fabric from the Ms. Frizzle dress. That one. I'm gonna have too much fun with that today. I am supposed to open this hoe back up just enough to get it in here, right? So that it is something along those lines. And then wrap it. Oof. Oh, this is hard. Okay, that second turn is a lot harder. Okay, anyway. All right, I think we got it. You know it's not helpful. You do actually have to put the fabric all the way to the end of it. Otherwise, you can't sew, Stephanie. Okay, just kidding. Let's try that again. All right, for some reason this is actually slightly easier to do when it's all the way down. Gee, it's like they designed it that way. Oh, nope, can't do that. Okay. See, we're learning all these fun things that I can and cannot do with this hand. And I still didn't get it far enough to be under the needle. Ah! Oh, wait a minute. I think I just discovered a really fatal flaw. Yeah. Okay, I gotta start this over because you cannot see that, how the paper, I would be trying to feed the paper through the feed dogs, which is really, that's gonna destroy those. So hang on, I gotta back it up. I am doing so good at this. This is definitely the right job for me. Even less purchase on the metal. Great, we love that. That's where we're at today, folks. Okay, third try is the charm. Did I actually do it this time? Sorry, you won't be able to see because again, I don't have two hands. Okay, here we go. Oh God, it's trying to take the paper with it. Nope, nope. I'm having to hold with this hand back because the tension of this going through is so high that it's trying to pull the paper into the machine. Man, I'm glad you're up here. Okay, if I go at a snail's pace, it's not bad. So yeah, okay, if you go slow, it does work, and yeah, there it is. I mean, I don't hate it. It just, if you were doing a hem, a real hem, it would take a very long time. There she is, rolled hem. All right, it's just quite the journey to get there. Well, that was a giant mess, now wasn't it? And so is this. But you know what isn't? The sponsor of today's video, Brooklinen. Brooklinen, in case you haven't heard of them, is a wonderful sheets company that's trying to elevate your home by giving you luxury style sheets at affordable prices. I opted to go with Luxe Hardcore Sheet Bundle, which includes the core sheet set, extra pillowcases, and a duvet cover. Now, I have had the pleasure of knowing about Brooklinen since about the time the company came out. And this is only because I just happened to be looking for a wedding present gift and I found their company. Now, that's because I am neurotic and look for the highest quality things for the, that's right, cheapest price. That's why I chose to go with the Luxe Hardcore Bundle because it's actually 25% cheaper when you buy them all together. The other reason I opted to go with these sheets is, well, do you know that we spend like a third of our life asleep? And I don't know about you, but the number one things that I have problems with is those like super duper polyester sheets, which I cannot stress this enough. These are not that. These are delicious sateen sheets, and they feel fantastic. They're super comfortable, they breathe really well, and they're actually tighter woven than percale. Percale, I think.
Percale.
And one of the best parts about this bundle is that you can pick and choose over 20 different styles, even their like specialty runs. Because I actually got this amazing king size basil duvet cover. And after a couple nights of wonderful sleep on these, I can absolutely say that they are buttery smooth and yet crisp at the same time, and I love them. And one of the best parts about them is you can shop everything online. Right now, Brooklinen is having their memorial sale, and all Brooklinen items are 20% off through May 31st. It is the perfect time to try out something new or stock up on your favorites. And I want to thank Brooklinen again for sponsoring today's video, but now back to the hacks. We love a good Dollar Tree moment. Clip. So like the little wall clips is what they're using. Oh, but that's just like instead of a guide. So after a quick trip to the Dollar Tree. Hooks acquired. Now, I will say that these do say that they are removable hooks. I don't know, 1, how removable they will be, 2, how well they will stick, and 3, in the video it shows them going like 3 different widths away. So, I mean, we're gonna try it. We peel away a little backer. It's already on one side, so that's handy. And if I didn't have markers, this would be harder, but for now, we're just, oh God, right. When you have a machine that doesn't really have metal, we're just gonna have to be careful. So I'm gonna start at 5/8 inch, which is a pretty standard, oh boy, that's precarious right there. Now in the video, they only use 1, so I'm only gonna use 1. So we're gonna take our little fold over scrap. Okay, this is very wiggly. So if you have the whole base, maybe this works better. Okay, here we go. I mean, I don't hate it. Wow, that worked shockingly well, even though it's wiggly. Holy crap. I don't think I've sewn that straight of a line in quite some time. Okay, Dollar Tree, now we do the removable test. We take this one off, and supposedly, all right, we're just gonna go big to try and get us more purchase. Gonna go to a 1-incher instead. Now the thing is, you've gotta line up the inside line, because you can't line up this outside with the line, it has to be the inside piece. Now let's see with a little bit more purchase if that works better. Now, is it basically just a sewing, like one of the stitch guides? Yeah, but if you don't have that, don't have a sewing machine placed near you, and they're too expensive for where you're gonna, I'm gonna say this is not a bad option, especially considering how many you get. So if you do break a few, it's actually really great. Like, that's not a bad plan. I'm feeling this. All right. See how we feel with a bit more purchase on the sewing machine. Oh yeah, that's way more stable. Wow. Yeah, that's impressive. That's a good hack right there. That's a good hack, because I didn't have to use this to like try and keep it. I could just like gently guide it because the hook was doing most of the work for me. So 10 out of 10, Dollar Tree hack. Why is there a bottle cap involved? You're telling me that you think putting a bottle cap, just setting it down next to the sewing machine, number 1, wouldn't have moved. Number 2, that will help me with curves. And now it's time for this fucking thing. I don't see this going well. So I'm supposed to be able to, without any adhesive, put this on my sewing machine to help me sew a curve. I want to be very clear that I don't think this is going to work, even if I had the extension piece, but no, with no adhesive and no way to hold this, goodbye. We will try spool of thread instead, because I think that will at least stay. Now, do I think this is going to work still on this slightly curved edge? No, it don't. No, it don't. But you know, I've been wrong before. So supposedly, if I just set something here next to it that is round, I'm supposed to be able to sew a curve better. That's immediate no. But all right, you swear this will help me. I don't believe you. Exactly. So what is this supposed to do? What is this? See, it doesn't. What, you're supposed to like hug the curve? That's not how a sewing machine works! That's enough of that. This is a big fail. All right, oh, easy killer, easy. Okay, step 1, looks like another note card. We're a big fan of note cards on this channel. And she folded it in like a little flap. And then like that. Is that to do bias? What are you making? Are you just making a tube? You're just making a tube. Okay, now we are up to yet another piece of paper. So I took it already, and I did the folding off camera because, well, we saw how well I folded things. And now I've got a nice little rectangle with a V in the middle, so I can make a tube! Making a tube. I don't know why I'm enjoying that quite so much, but I am. Now, we take our vaguely rectangular shape fabric, which is just a scrap, so go with God, it may or may not work. We're gonna take that, we're going to, whoops, we're going to leave a tail this time. Leave the tail so that you can actually sew. So I think this is gonna bite me in the ass because this is not, I think you have to have a piece of paper the exact width of the fabric. Mine is like slightly too small. Ugh, and I also double folded the piece of paper at first, so not ideal. This is absolutely gonna make this impossible to get this through. Now we have our tube with tail and dangly bits. Very technical terms. And then I'm just supposed to, well, is it to tape this? It doesn't matter, I wouldn't be able to, because I have nowhere to tape. None! Zero purchase to tape. Press our foot down. My tube is not even. Okay, if I was doing this for not just a test, I would fix that, but I'm not gonna. Okay, now, I will say, because I did not make it the correct size, it is indeed doing what I feared, which is trying to pull the whole thing through. Oh, and it's weirdly like curling on itself. It's trying to go places it's not supposed to go. So I think this one, you have to be way more precise with your ability to do this than I have the brain capacity to do. The drag is too high on this. Oh yeah, I hate this. Like now it's sort of doing it, but this is not intuitive. And this is, I'm pretty sure, putting too much strain on my machines. We're gonna ixnay that. I'm gonna give this one like a 5 out of 10 because yeah, I mean, technically it does work. Oh, you can see here on the back side, the wonky stitches because of the tension of this and just my general inability to line it up. 5 out of 10. Might work, but you have to be way more precise. And honestly, if you're trying to hack, there's no point. Fixing sewing patterns. Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. No, because that's not designed to last long term. That would be a very quick fix. I would only use that on modern patterns. I would never ever go near a vintage pattern with that. But that just, I really would not, because that medical tape tend to use more synthetic style adhesives, whereas for paper conservation, you really want to use a more natural paste such as pure wheat starch, rice starch paste, methyl cellulose, or in an absolute pinch, using Linico document repair tape is a much better plan. Sorry, back to our regularly scheduled hacks. Now we're looking at a presser foot and a safety pin that's been screwed into the bolt, and we're using the curved part of the safety pin to thread something through. Not sure what it is yet. Possibly elastic? Yeah, it's elastic. Okay, so we put it down. Ooh, that makes me nervous. I don't know, let's try that one and hope I don't break my sewing machine. So as I was preparing to do this shenanigans, I looked at my sewing foot. The foot that was just on there. It's called 1C for Bernina. Notice what it does not have. No little knobby thing to hold this on the side like this machine in the video. I have not a small amount of sewing feet. Would you like to know how many have the little sewing knob on the side? 1. This dude, 18. So I guess I'm just gonna have to make it work.
1 eternity later.
Because I'm trying to screw this in and it keeps popping out because, big shocker, the safety pin is round with the metal. And I don't think I'm gonna get this tight enough to be able to feed it through like they say without it popping off. Yeah, like I just tightened this down as far as it can go and it's still like wiggly as hell. So like I put elastic in there, it's just gonna pop off and then it's gonna hit this. And this is not a good hack. I'm telling you that right now. Don't do this. I'm not even gonna try it because I don't want to break my machine. 0 out of 10, do not recommend this. Why are we sewing a tomato? Traceless sewing needle method. Why are we sewing a tomato? Why are we sewing a tomato? Well, I've got really great news. I am not going to be doing that because last I checked, I do absolutely not need a tomato that is chock full of thread. Why are you sewing a tomato? All right, so we've got a fork and some fabric. That could potentially be a good test to see if I could do a pleated skirt with this hand. So take the fork in between like the last tong and you curl it toward itself. I mean, that seems relatively hand-friendly. We are equipped to snack. No, we're equipped to pleat. So supposedly, I take said fork and I rotate into place. Okay, that sort of worked. I did those two just by normal folding. My current issue, obviously you cannot sew through a fork. That's not ideal. And then you got a pleat. Here's my problem with this one. I'm doing it this way, I'm not doing it the other way. Take that, you loop, which is not easy on, super easy on the hand. I do like the little holder. And you like nudge it into place. You better make sure that you have done that math right. Or just be making a general pleat and then like having a fixed waistband and then cutting off the excess, which is a little wasteful, but not the worst when it comes to pleating because pleating math is hard. It's not the worst, it's not the best. If you were just needing to make pleats and then just kind of go for it, it's not. These are the two that I did here. And these are the fork pleats. So like they are definitely more even. It's not a bad pleating job. But you just need to know how much fabric and you need to make sure that you have calculated for the turn rate. For every 1 inch, you have 3 inches of fabric. Otherwise, you're gonna have to redo all of your pleating. Because if you're just sewing for like forking and sewing, you just better make sure you know exactly how much fabric you have. Straw hack. All right, baby, let's go. So I got a tube. I'm shoving the tube down. Tube. Oh no, it's like a strap situation. Okay, great. And you take, oh. Well, that looks like it wouldn't take much pressure. Let's give that a shot. Let's go try and turn my tube. That sounded weird. I've got a tube. I've got some chopsticks and a straw. Why? Because if you have misplaced your fabric turner, which I don't even have one, let's be real, I just fuddle through it every time. So let's see if this can help me turn my tubes. That still sounds weird. A little bit easier. Oh God. Oh, that was, ow. Should have had someone else do that. We do some rubbies, make sure there's no shards on the one we're gonna use, which is this one. Little ASMR for you. One chopstick. One quite thick straw. Make sure your chopstick goes whoop through the thing. It does, it works. Okay, great. Now I'm supposed to set this aside, take tube of fabric, and then just thread it on until I get to the end. I'm supposed to, oh God, don't lose the chopstick. Supposed to just do this. Get it in there nice and good all the way down. Okay, my straw is a little small. Then choppy stick. Hey, yeah, right there. Oh boy, that's thicker. That's thicker than I think I was supposed to do. Oh boy. Is it going to fit through? Well, that's not the most ideal. Okay, that's pretty tight.
That's what she said.
I mean, it is sort of working, but it is not easy, and I should absolutely probably be using the table for this. So they make it look a lot easier in the video. I mean, obviously, it's a hack video. It's supposed to look easy. I am afraid I'm going to break this chopstick. Okay, so I'm going to cheat now. I'm going to go up this way instead of doing the fancy turn that they did. But I will, okay, it did help, but I do not feel comfortable. Oh God, now I got to get the chopstick out of here. Come out! Okay, so we have a turned thing. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But did you turn the piece of fabric? Probably easier than just like going like this for 7,000 years. Yes. I will give this one a 7 out of 10. It does work, but you would have to have a very specific set of straws and other equipment to make this function. And if you have anything like this was 1.5 inches wide, so 3 inches of fabric, and I really struggled to get it through what I think is a 1/2 inch opening here. So I think still a fabric turner is probably your better plan because the fabric turner has that little hook thing at the end. Well, folks, I hope you did enjoy me trying out all these TikTok viral hacks today. If you did enjoy it, make sure you're clicking the like on the way out, telling me which other type of content you want me to try their hacks. Is it 5-minute crafts? Is it Blossom? Is it whatever other one there, the one that Christine used to do all the time? Troom. Do you want me to go inside those and see if any of those hacks are worth trying out? Let me know down below. And I want to thank Brooklinen again for sponsoring today's video. Right now, Brooklinen is having their Memorial Day sale, and all Brooklinen items are 20% off through May 31st. It is the perfect time to either buy your first piece of Brooklinen or to stock up on your favorites. And I want to thank Brooklinen again for sponsoring this video. And if you've got a little bit of time, I think you might enjoy this video right here where I actually go through and react to all the latest reproduction patterns from McCall's, and YouTube thinks that you will like that one right there. I hope you have a magical day, friends, and sew in chaos. Bye. All right, back to actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is not playing with the toy goat.